Okay. Going to Sanleyton. We're first going to get some petrol because I've been running on empty for fucking ages. I don't trust this fuel gauge whatsoever. But as I have a particular kind of registration, I have to go outside the 4th ring road. And I live just next to the 3rd ring road. So how that works is, in fact, I have this registration that I'm meant to only drive outside the 4th ring road. You can't drive on the ring road. But in fact, if you want to live in the area that I'm living in Chaoyang, and you do live outside the 4th ring road, it seems that Chaoyang, in terms of the judicial area, is one of these. What is this dickhead doing? Is one of these like special. Is one of these like special areas where like, oh well, yeah, that doesn't apply to Chaoyang. So, in fact, you have to like live out near the 6th ring road, basically outside Chaoyang, for you to classify as living in the right area to use that bike. Which means that as most, well, not, I would say most foreigners probably live in Chaoyang, other than all the students that are studying in Dhaka. But as they live outside, in Chaoyang, then they can't get the bike with my registration. Or rather, that they're not meant to get the bike with my registration. The reason why I have it is actually the company's registered under, the bike is registered under a company name. And it's not even the company that I work for that it's registered under, which is pretty interesting. So basically, like, a bike shop will have like, 20 bikes or so, and then they'll sell them to individuals. So they'll keep the bike registered under their name, yet they'll sell it to an individual. Yeah, so that's quite interesting how it works. But it means that because their address is outside of Chaoyang, then it's okay. Even though your address, fucking hell, then your personal address may be inside Chaoyang. And then that makes it okay. So there's like a Suhu Paiza, which is like a personal plate, which is the one that you're meant to have if you're driving it under individual. And then there's the Gonghu Paiza, and the Gonghu is like Gongsi de Gong, so it's like company one. So in fact, unless you're like driving like a Harley or something like that, you're indicating left and you're going right. Better overtake him quickly. So yeah, unless you have a Harley and you have like a lot of money and live out in Shunyi or something, then you're probably not going to be driving like a Suhu Paiza, which is like the private one. Instead, you'll be driving the Gonghu. And the thing is on that, if you live in the inside the 4th ring road, obviously you're already being illegal. So you're not meant to be doing that. Like, you'll park your bike inside. It's not like you're going to park outside the 4th ring road and then walk into the 3rd ring road. That would be stupid. So what was it? Yeah, you'll be doing everything illegally already just by parking your bike. So in that case, it's basically if they catch you, you pay a fine. But the number plate that allows you to do whatever you want, the jing basically, You still can't go on expressways, and you still can't go on the ring roads, but you can go like right next to Tiananmen Square if you want. And even then, they probably shoo you away. You know, this costs like $80,000, 80,000 kwai for the plate, which is ridiculous. So obviously, you're not going to buy that. Or you could get the Jing B, which is the one that I have, and every time they catch you, you just pay the fine. And they have. I don't want to say they've never caught me, because they're not like actively trying to catch me. It's not like I'm running away or anything, but yeah, they don't care that much. So for example, if I was to get caught, then okay, I'll pay like a 200 kwai fine. So you drive on the 3rd ring road, you drive on the 4th ring, you drive wherever the fuck you want, and you've only paid, how much did I pay for the plate? 3,000 kwai or something instead of 80,000. And in doing that, you can effectively drive anywhere. So I think God, it looks like people are overtaking me, but my wing mirrors just keep getting blocked by the wind. Okay, so we're going to go into. We need to go outside the 4th ring road to get petrol, because I have that kind of plate, and they enforce it more closely here. But yeah, we're kind of do a little dodgy thing because it's over that way. So we're going to go straight. We're going to cut into a residential thing, and then going to jump on the other side, and then I'll leave us on the right hand side for coming back, I think. Where am I going? Sanditon. Okay, no. Well, either way, I don't have to do a fucking U-turn way up there. I gotta say today, like, normally Beijing weather's pretty shit, but it was reasonably blue skies. You can see the mountains, depending how high you were, obviously. It's still pretty cold, but not that bad. I would have guessed like -2, so not so bad. And so for example, I am cold now, but I'm wearing my normal riding jeans. I don't have to have my outer layer of like windproof, waterproof kind of pants, which, you know, they provide no warmth, but they keep the warmth in. So it's not like you're chucking out heat, that warmth stays with you, which is quite nice. These lights are massive. And to be honest, I could do the little motorbike thing and zip into the left and then zip up there, but I need to turn right straight away in a bus lane. So maybe not a good idea. So with this car's coming out, I'm going to turn in there. And I'll probably get lost. Always you see people's like faces, they're like, what are you doing coming this way? And the thing is that this is, you can see that, like there's two ways. This is not a one-way street. It's just that they're driving in the middle of the road, because they have no idea that there's other people on the road other than themselves. Until, of course, they get into an accident. Okay, there's a petrol station. We're still not going to be in the right way. God, this is dodgy driving. Onto the footpath. Lovely. Off the footpath. Back onto the footpath. Because I think you're only meant to come down this 4th ring road way. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Okay, 195. 你好，我要购物。Okay. Up. 这样对。Da da 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 da. Da da da. Got that good guy song stuck in my head. Yeah, so because there's limits to like the plates, they will actually check you, as in like what does your plate say? As mine says Jing B. I'm not too sure how much I should actually reveal online, but mine says Jing B. So I have to be outside the 4th ring road, because I'm technically meant to be driving outside the 4th ring road all the time. Oh my god. A little Yui. Yeah, so there's a picture like on the registration. It's not just like it says, oh, in Australia, say like this bike is registered until 2017 or something like that. Now they'll say like this bike is registered until 2017, but then they'll also have like a picture of the bike, so that you know that is actually that bike. And with that plate, so like you can't change plates over or anything like that. And then if it's the Suren, if it's the private one, then the plate will have to match the individual identity. But as it's a gonghu, it basically means that anybody that has a license can drive the gonghu plate. So for example, like in that case, my friend could in fact be driving the bike and fucking hell, be like driving the bike and produce the registration permit, because in that case, like the bike doesn't really belong to him, it doesn't really belong to me, it belongs to the company. Yeah, so it's more like a public thing. So you notice like, well, you can't notice because you can't see the character, but Gongsi is company and Gonggong is public. I don't know if it was once the case that all companies were public or something like that, but it kind of transfers to be the same thing. Well, at least in this case anyway. Trying to think of the best way to go. If this traffic's blocked up, then I might just get off here. And if not, then I can go the next exit and get off at Chang Park. Oh wait, no, because Chang Park goes straight down Sanlington Lu. Sanlington Lu is fucked at all hours of the day, because this used to be a place like just for not intentional, like, but it was like a place just for foreigners because it was just a drinking area. And then it becomes more and more fashionable. More and more fashionable. The rich, the Chinese and whatnot, they want to drink there. They want to eat there as well. So, so now there's shitloads of people there all the time. It doesn't help that Dongjumen, which is like an area just north of Sanlitun, is an embassy area. So there's a whole bunch of like rich expats living there, and because of like those nice apartments, then they build other nice apartments, and then you got all the rich Chinese that live there as well. Fucking hell, that's loud. And then because you've got all these rich people there, of course, they build all the lovely bars and restaurants, and then all new developments. Yet they never really increase the infrastructure. So the roads are still meant for as if there was just like a few local student bars there. Well, not that bad actually. It's not terrible. It's not great either. So now, I don't know if you saw that sign, but it said, "No Jing B." Clearly doesn't fucking matter. And the speed limit, as far as I'm aware, is 60, because it's not marked.